Policy Times special episode, Global Innovation and Entrepreneurial episode. This is the only episode of the Policy Times as a development media working to bring nation building contributions or development in different fields of life. Our Global Innovation and Entrepreneurship show is dedicated to select the leading entrepreneurs, innovators of the country who are contributing something very unique, who are bringing their services, their offerings, something which is benefiting the society and community at large. Today, and this show is being chaired and mentored by Dr. P.Sekhar, who himself is a technocrat and having tremendous amount of contribution in different fields of policy making, as an author, as a policy influencer, also as one of the important part of the government policy making. Now he is helping us to identify and select some of the innovators of this beautiful country called India. Now today, I am really honored and very happy to introduce Ms. Malini Subramaniam. Ms. Malini, having more than 22 years of experience, diverse experience in different fields of services. She has worked as a manager, as teacher, as journalist, and a creative professional. She has contributed in a different way now as chairman and managing director of Synergy Images. Her company, since last 24 years, are trying to do something different and unique. We will try to understand and we will try to know what the innovation that her company is offering and how it is going to change or bring a positive change in the society. So I welcome Ms. Malini to our show, and I would request her if you can kindly introduce yourself in a little broader details in terms of the kind of work and services you have done so far.
Sure. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to participate in this show. Let me at the outset thank Mr. Akram and Dr. Sekhar for this great opportunity. Education is continuous and is very important for everyone to continue learning. Today we will talk about K-12 education in particular and how we can help students to continue learning in spite of this deadly pandemic we are currently facing. I am Malini Subramaniam and I head Synergy Images, a creative technical services company based in Bangalore. I will brief you about the company, our services and products, solutions for schools and colleges, and the innovation that we have done to ensure that the students don't stop learning.
Thank you, Ms. Malini. In your introductory, I think, remarks, you mentioned, or also in your vision and mission statement, it is mentioned that Synergy Images is a creative technical services company. Can you please elaborate the kind of services that you provide?
Sure. Creative technical means we have both creative people, that is people who have done fine arts background, and also technical people who are IT professionals or engineers. So these two people work together. So normally a creative person thinks differently and a technical person thinks completely different. So what we achieved doing was in the last 24 years, make sure that these set of creative people and the technical people work in tandem and produce some mind-blowing results. So what we have done is the creative team will first understand what to do and they will paint the screens. The technical people will do the back-end job and together they deliver to the customer whatever they are required to deliver. So that is why we call ourselves a creative technical services company. See, the service offerings and solutions that we offer are web-based services. Web-based services means portal or any website where people want to go live. And currently, due to the pandemic, many people, even single tuition teachers or single dance teacher or music teacher, nobody is able to bring the students to their, like before, to their homes or their institutions and train them. So what we do is, even from a one person who wants to be a teacher to 20 children or 10 children, we can allow them to go online and then do this seamlessly. So we make sure that a single teacher can go online and we also make sure that the entire university can go online. But we will use the technique in such a way that a single teacher is also benefited and it's very cost effective and not very expensive. And they will get the seamless teacher-student interaction, whatever field they may be in. It need not be just education, it could be extracurricular too. And then we have our web content will always be very dynamic and it will not be static. And we have an instructional design and an e-learning services fold where we use the learning management systems, learning content management systems, and the content management servers. So we have rich media collaboration and platform customization. So this is the services that we do in brief. And we have a skilled resource pool to do all these things. We have design experts, technology experts, instructional designers, information architects, usability experts, language consultants, video production experts, specialized project managers, and excellent support executives and marketing executives. See, what do we do in e-learning services? We implement, deploy, and maintain e-learning solutions. Learning management systems, we maintain them, we create the learning management systems and also the learning content management systems. So we are comprehensive. So we give comprehensive web-based solutions for online training. It may not be education, it can be anything. It could be a corporate training, it could be extracurricular training, it could be education also. So we do in education, we do academy and technical and soft skills training. And we have content developed and we do content development and instructional design, because without instructional design, content cannot be as it needs to follow some standard patterns. So we do the conceptualization, content research, and then instructional strategies, and then create the storyboards. From there, we take on and then make sure that that's when the technical team gets involved. After the storyboard is done, we paint the screens, and then we start using the compliance for standards like SCOM and AICC and anything else that the customer will want. And what are the tools that we use? These are the tools that we use. It's Adobe, it is After Effects, Animate, Flash, Premiere, Dreamweaver, Illustrator, Photoshop, all of these things, HTML. We use all of these to come up with a Moodle specifically, to come up with the right solution. And we follow the ADDIE model analysis. We do the analysis first on the project, then we go to design development, then we do the implementation, and then evaluation. So the school learning platform, coming to the innovation that we have started around the time the pandemic started in the world, is when we really wanted to think out of the box and come up with a solution that will help both the school, the teachers, and the students. So what is the key role that the solution should have initially? That was the thought process that we have. An online platform facilitating learning for all stakeholders, and it should be anytime, anywhere, so that the student doesn't stop learning. And then we also want to attract and train the talent. That is, a teacher who is offline needs to be trained to become a good online teacher. So we also have a training department which trains the teacher very quickly as to how you can take on to the online platform as seamlessly as you did in school or college. So we develop the competency across the school ecosystem also. So we train everybody who is involved in this ecosystem in the school, so that they're also aware as to how to conduct themselves on an online model. And what should be the operating system? So we will have to assess what they have, how many students they have, what's the requirement, and also look at the current needs and also make sure that we plan for the future. So you never know, the school may grow multifolds and then you can't again offer them another service. So we want to ensure that it's scalable model. That is, whatever we're providing currently for X number of students should be scalable as soon as the school increases the size or more people start using the platform. And then we use multiple technologies and then which are all flexible, highly flexible and very scalable. And the school e-learning platform is focused and organized with a long-term view, as I told you. So we go live and blended technologies. That is, the teacher can go live as in school seamlessly to the student and then start teaching to a set of students. And then she can use the content that we have. And then she can only explain that part of whatever she has explained, she can run that video. It's video based. And then ensure that the student understood, because visuals are much more easy to understand than the words. So we ensure that the teacher can show this at the right time and then she continues teaching. So she has the ability to pause, she has the ability to ask questions and at the same time run this. So it's not like, it just keeps running and nobody is there to take. So we have two models. That is, one model is self-learning. That is where the child, after the teacher has taken the class, goes and studies at home. That's like a tuition or a revision or whatever you may call it. The second model is where the teacher and the student interact and the teacher teaches. So the first time they experience this teacher teaching, then they go on their own and start doing the self-study. So in school learning platform, what we have doing is we have internet-based device independent system. So if you have any system, and then you can just go with that. You don't require fancy systems to go online. And then we integrate Zoom into this platform so that you don't have to go out of this network to go to Zoom. So you have your own branding of the school or the college already built in. So when the user logs in, he sees your own branding, and then it's like your personal space. Then what we do is we also have videos and PDFs and documents, PPTs can be stored here, and it's not open to public. And then also the teacher can ask questions. Assessments are very important to know that the child is learning. So that can also be built in into this learning management system. And so what is our value proposition as a company? See, we have a comprehensive approach. There are people who are doing content, there are people who do multiple things, but then we want to take everything into one umbrella so that there's only one stop shop for the school. The school doesn't have to hunt, because normally the schools find it very hard to adapt to technology because they are used to this face-to-face meetings all the time. So we have the comprehensive approach. We have the domain expertise to make sure that seamlessly they go online without any problem. We have the technology, strong technology practices, and then strong delivery capabilities, because last 24 years we have each and every customer of ours is completely happy with us, and I'm proud to say that we have 75% repeat business from each and every customer. And we have a very flexible delivery model. That is also one of our big strengths, because delivery cannot be rigid. I always believe we as a company believe that delivery should be what, you should cater to what anybody else wants, and not just try to sell what you have. And we have a proven track record of results-oriented, focused, innovative solutions, and we want to just cash on that. And we also are good at rapid deployment, and we maintain good quality, and the cost is definitely very affordable, and we make sure that it is cost effective. This is the value proposition of our company. And in education, this innovation which I'm talking about is about linking the students and the teachers. That's the first thing. Using the online learning systems, teachers can be at home, children can be at home, but they will still be united over the school platform, which we will provide as an LMS. And then we are enabling them to do a blended learning and also self-learning. So this customized LMS for the schools is a key. So this is a platform which will help the teacher and student to meet and the classes to go on, and also store the items away from public view. So they will, whatever they have created for the students will stay within the LMS, which is only accessible to them and to the administrator. So the schools can choose any model. We are not going to tell them, because we have a series of things under the umbrella. We are not here to tell that you take all of this, or we are not interested. So you are welcome to take the entire solution, that is customized LMS, managing the backend LMS, and also the content. Otherwise, the school can only take our content if they are already having a platform to work with. And the schools can only use the LMS if they already have the content. So there are a lot of combinations that you can use to deliver online. So we are not very rigid in terms of delivery. And the students and teachers will always they can subscribe individually. See, our content is also available in isimplylearn.com. That is our content platform, where like a tuition, you can enroll and subscribe and study. So there is a teacher entry also and the student. So both can individually access that. That's the subscription-based model. And then we have also giving a certified program for teachers for conducting virtual classrooms. As I told you earlier, it's a different ballgame when it comes to teaching online. It's not exactly like how do you do in the classroom. So a small training is what they need to become proficient virtual classroom teachers. See, that is also one thing that we are providing. So see, these multiple devices they can access in any device actually. The students can access it on a smartphone, tablets, laptops, desktop, of course. And then these live classes can encourage a lot of interactions, because we don't want that students, because students are always, especially the younger ones, very keen to ask questions. So we want to encourage that. And then we use videos and whatever learning nuggets, which will give high impact, to making sure that the topic is understood well by the students. And micro learning to promote short sized, our videos will not be very too lengthy or anything, that the students should not lose interest. So it will be only 2-3 minutes clip. So when they see that, they just understand more, and they don't have to, they will never feel bored. And also we give them tools, like assessment tools, and the teacher can ask questions and make sure that the student is on track. And then we have a sharp, well-defined outcome. So we ensure that the learners understand the class very well. So the assessments are very, very important for the teacher to feel comfortable that the student has gathered what she tried to tell, what he or she tried to tell. And these are some customer appreciation letters from our corporate training. This is one is from Pfizer, the other one is from General Motors in the United States. And these are a few letters from our customers. And these are a sample of our customers who have worked with us for the last 24 years. And these are some esteemed customers in the content arena, where they used our content, including the government of Kerala and many other schools. So this is the brief about the company and the innovation.
Amazing.
So
Really awesome and motivating and encouraging to see the kind of work that you have done in last 24 years. Now I want to, you have already a big client, database and clientele with you. What kind of proposal or what kind of, kind of collaboration opportunities you want to propose through our platform to different people who will be watching us? They may be for your clients, they may be your future investors, they may be anyway your collaborator.
see, we have a lot to offer to the customer. The team size, as I told you, we have a rich pool to choose from.
Hi, my name is Naresh, and I head the operations here at Synergy Images. And I've been associated with Synergy Images since its inception. So I have about the same amount of years of experience as the company. As Madam said, we are in the space wherein we think we will be able to contribute positively to the society. And education is something which we are very passionate about, and we want to help institutions, and people continue learning and teaching. Uh, and this is something that needs to continue even in this pandemic era. And we want to support this to our fullest extent possible.
My name is Vishwanath. As Naresh, I've been a colleague with Naresh and Mrs. Malini for about over 20 years. And one of the fun places to work is something that I will be doing this service if I will say that. And again, with regard to the disturbed times, we want to ensure that institutions, children embrace the new normal and continue their education without any disruption, and also learn few other skills that will be very important in life for them, in addition to the formal education that they will be going ahead with.
All kinds of people available at our beck and call, and because 24 years is a long time, so we have access to so many people. That's one thing. Point number two, yes, we are looking out for taking this entire thing, all these solutions and innovation in India to all the schools and also outside India, because where everybody can use this very seamlessly. We don't need to go and meet them. Everything can be done online, and even the deliveries can be done online. So we don't need to meet anybody, and they can use the content because it is actually learning object based. So we can actually fine tune it to their syllabus more or less. It should match about 80% of the syllabus, because most of the things remain common between CBSE, ICSE, and the state board. So we can actually tailor it as per the requirement. This is also for students who are outside India, where we can tailor our content to the way they want, to the language that they want, and also give all the services that I just now told you to anybody in the world. It's open to the entire world. It's not restricted to any geographic location or anything. And we are looking at like-minded investors who will understand and appreciate what we are doing and also help us to get the business. So we are looking at like-minded partners to
Exactly.
be our
Some
investors.
of your collaborators or partners would be also very, interested to know what are your future, future plans, future
Yes.
expansion plans.
Yeah, future. See, learning is our focus, but we are not restricting learning only to education or K-12. Learning is everything. So slowly we will add skill sets. That's what our plan is. Skill set training. Children should be able to do their own stuff. That is maybe, if the mobile phone is not working, charger is not working, small things they should be able to do it on their own. We want to train
Excellent.
them on that. And also smaller children. See, the smaller ones are the ones who are really, really left out of this pandemic. From 1 to 8, they have nothing to do. Just 1.5 hours of school, if at all you may call it school, and they don't have anything to do. So we want to engage them in a different way. We want to engage them, it's not just studies all the time. Learning is about so many other things. So, it could be extracurricular activities. We want to bring in all of those things to make sure that the child is engaged properly for 4-5 hours in a day. Even if the pandemic is around, they should not feel uncomfortable at all. So we want to extend this. We want to create an online school, if at all, because if the schools are not having the bandwidth to do it, we want to create our own online schools with our own teachers and help the students who want to learn, because especially the children who are in the lower income group and economically weaker, they are unable to do the studies. So we also want to reach it out to them in tablets or something so that they will continue to learn. Everybody has the right to learn, and we want to ensure that we are a part of that. Ensure that everybody learns.
Excellent.
That's the future.
Right. Now, one important question, how useful, because you were catering to education, you said, and all, how do you think this company and your offerings are useful, has been useful during this pandemic?
No, it's been very useful. Even small tuition schools or, people who have a tuition class were not able to conduct classrooms. So what we did is we helped all of them to go online, who were very skeptical initially. Though they spoke to us, they were saying, "How can it be? We won't see the child's reaction and so many things." But we said we will make sure that you are able to see each one of them on screen and also ask the questions and get your answers and stuff like that. Over a period of time, now they are so comfortable. They have given up the office spaces now. They want to do this online because the parents are happy. No travel, nothing. Then no logistics. The teachers are happy. They also can do whatever they want because the traveling time is immense. Big cities. And
now the new COVID-2 situation out there.
COVID-2, yeah, it's COVID-2 even more because this year we want to ensure that 1 to 6 is definitely catered to, because if they don't study for 2 years, they will forget whatever they learned. So we want to ensure that all these small children definitely need to come online and study wherever they are, in whichever part of the world they are. Even if the cultural differences are there, we will adapt and teach them. We will ensure that all the children, that is the plan for this year. Because COVID is going to be around at least till December. We don't want the children to rot at home. We will ensure that they study. So that is a big plan that we have, which we will uncover in a month or so. The planning, the planning stages.
We have thousands of teachers, principals, and students who watch our program. What kind of collaboration you do with the schools? In 2-3 sentence or statement, if you can offer, like how do you collaborate with schools?
Schools, we can collaborate by giving them the opportunity to go online, whatever I told you, whichever mode that they want. Also, they can help us reach out to the other schools, because every school has got a connection with the other schools. So we individually, it's hard for us to go school by school. So we hope the schools themselves will take us to the other schools so that it is seamless and scalability is easy. So that is we are looking at schools in that fashion. Also, they can be our investors. They can be in any fashion that they want to associate with us. We are open. Welcome.
Wonderful to speak to you, Ms. Malini.
Thank you so much.
Final statement or comment or closing comment for our viewers?
Yeah, I will again and again reiterate that learning should continue for everybody, but more so for the school-going children. So that is the focus, and that will be the focus for this year too.
Thank you.
This is the last comment. Thank you so much for having me over. It was a pleasure. talking to you.
It is absolutely an honor to know you and also know your company. If you have survived for 22 years, 24 years, you have done business for 24 years, definitely you have a long way to go, and your
Thank you.
product services, the clientele you have is wonderful. I want to request now our mentor and guide of this show, Dr. P.Sekhar, to kindly comment on the presentation we had today and on the company and entrepreneur.
Thank you, Akram. Madam has done an excellent job in the way she has projected her company, in the way she has formulated something. Maybe something like this COVID has come to make her company go into a multifold growth. For anybody, it could be bad. For her company and the type of product she has been doing, I'm sure before COVID, she would have been struggling to get a education institution to like a product like this, because people said, "Oh, when my student is going to school, why do I need this?" Now today, the way I look at it, the way she has presented, the way the specs are seen, the uniqueness of her system is her system goes one step above Zoom platform, maybe in which we are also learning the show, in which it will be totally customized. That means a school and colleges would have their name in front of the student, which is something extremely good. People would love to look forward rather than getting into a neutral platform or zero, you know, documented platform. The second thing seems to be that it will capture even the parents to watch, parents to monitor, parents to have some access. Of course, it should not be disturbing access. So that they know that the teacher and students today. A good teacher feels that when somebody is asking some not so student doesn't behave well and the parents are supporting the student, they do not know what to do. Sometimes the parent themselves becoming a disturbing factor, sitting at the back and trying to do this. So in such cases, the teacher also has a way to monitor. Teacher also has to way to report. Teacher also has the way to tell them that this is what is good, this is what is not good, and they are documented. And when they are documented, people feel more better to follow the system rather than blame the system. So that is something which it level. And there are many more, out of which one or two more points is it can be a global phenomenon. Today, based on this platform, a good teacher in Bangalore can be teaching their student in USA, and a good teacher in USA can teach a student in Bangalore, which is something which is unique. We are also discussing with various countries who are ready to tie up with innovators like that, and they would automatically like to know where the teacher. But today it can be anywhere. Of course, through Zoom also I can do, but in a more monitorable Zoom will always be far better than a direct Zoom type. Zoom is doing its own job, its own good job. But once it is customized to somebody and it is monetized in some other way and monitored in some other way, it will have its own good feel for the end user, for their own success. And this is a field which will have a huge multiplication. Last comment is on skill development. This will have maybe little more use in skill development. Some point which she also highlighted that X amount of time is for school and normal learning, whereas skill development is something where it can have a extremely good listen. What would be my own comment and my own suggestion? They're not doing it. Document as much skills as possible in the system, and you may be already doing it, and then let it be available. That means if I want to have at the lowest level a carpenter, at the highest level a pilot, it should be something which should be available. Okay. And then your systems can sort of invite the teachers, okay, and invite this thing. And there you said that even small snippet videos can be interposed in between. It will have a benchmarking for the skill development to take place. The skill development is in thing for the future, and I'm sure the normal education program along with skill development will make India and the globe a much more safer and good place to live in and grow. Thank you, congratulations, and best wishes to.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shekhar. Thank you so much, Ms. Malini, for being with
Thank
us
you.
and sharing your expertise, innovation.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so very much.
So, viewers, we had Ms. Malini Subramaniam, CMD of Synergy Images, another company innovation that is going to disrupt the already disrupted market in the society. So, thank you. Keep watching. So, next week we'll meet you again with another innovator, with another innovation to take you to the world. Thank you. You're watching the Policy Times.
Audio Jungle.